So let's just get directly to the big question. Why should you help fund myself and this project? Well, we'll get there in just a minute, but I want to walk over a number of different steps. Have you ever heard of the movies The Sugarland Express, Electronic Labyrinth, THX11384EB? It's all one title there. Or Following. I hadn't heard of any of these three movies, but these three movies are in order. The first movies that Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, and Christopher Nolan directed. And so seeing that, I kind of came to this realization that everyone has a starting point. And I'm not trying to put myself on the level of these guys, but even if these guys those guys started somewhere not that great, but it gave them the momentum, they learned a whole lot, and they went somewhere with that. So that's my goal one of my goals with this movie, is to start somewhere, because you have to. That gives me the hope that I too can make a movie, and at some point in time, if I'm going to make my first movie, probably not going to be the biggest success in the world, and but it's still something you have to go through. You still have to make your first project. Moving on to our second point, the reason that I feel like now's a good time for me to make this movie, I thought, you know what, I want to do something with this time that I have. And so I have the time. My boss has some equipment that I will also be able to utilize, and he is a theater major, and so I'll be able to utilize him as a main character also. So there's those things, there's just all these things that kind of fell into place that made me feel like this is a good time to make this movie. A little bit of the background of myself is, and I've known in the back of my mind that I've wanted to at some point in my life make a movie, and I didn't know when. I didn't think at all it would be this soon, but all those things fell in line, and I really felt like it was a good time to kind of pursue this dream and this goal of mine. Maybe it'll fail and get it out of my system that, you know what, movie's not what I want to pursue, but maybe it'll be something that will kind of give me momentum to say, you know what, that was really enjoyable, and I want to make more movies in the future. I want to tell you a little bit about the movie itself. I feel this is important. So kind of the main storyline is the main character's name is John. He wakes up in an alternate reality and he doesn't know it, but he's greeted by a man named Davis, our antagonist in the movie, the bad guy, if you will. And he has 24 free hours, it's called a dream day, to enjoy the time, his dream world. He's got a different job, a different car, like all these things that are his dream he has in this world. And then he wakes up in the real world. And so through the story, we see John developing as a character, and we see his struggle for this fantasy that he knows not a whole lot about, but he knows that real life is real. But he also knows that fantasy was really, really good. And so that's kind of the basis of the story. As he grows through that and has to make a choice to live in reality or to pursue this dream that's perfect, but it may or may not be real. So that's kind of the basis for the storyline. I can't give you too much, of course, because why would you watch the movie if I gave you too much? And I absolutely would love to tell you guys more. You can send me a message, I think. I'll just tell you now. You can send me a message at moviesminus@gmail.com. And that goes into our next point. My movie studio is called Movies Minus, and it's movies minus Hollywood movies minus the foul language, adult scenes, and excessive violence. And so I think you can absolutely make a high-quality professional movie without having those other things in there. So I want to filter out those things and still make a good quality movie. That is my goal for this. So we'll go ahead and show you the trailer real quick. And this first trailer is just meant to intrigue you upon the idea, give you a little feel for what the movie is going to be about, but really just arouse some curiosity. It's not going to give you much. That will come in future trailers, as we haven't shot anything but this footage that you're about ready to see. So here is the trailer. I hope you enjoy that and it makes you want to get involved.
It's been said
So hopefully you enjoyed that trailer, and I want to let you know that it's meant to just kind of intrigue you. Obviously it doesn't give you a whole lot about what the movie is going to be, but hopefully it gives you enough to kind of see the style of it, this and that, and that's literally the only footage that we've shot of it, so future trailers will give you a better feel of what the movie actually is about. But that's what we've got so far. Got to use that. And lastly, I want to talk about why you should support me. So one, there's of course the rewards, which I understand those aren't, you're not getting necessarily a steal of the deal. I mean, the DVD's $20 when it first comes out, so to get the DVD and your name in the credits is pretty cool. It's something that doesn't necessarily happen every day, I don't think. And things like that. But I think the bigger pull is that you believe in this project, you believe in me, something of that nature. I'm thinking there are probably a good number of people who know me that are watching this. But even if you don't, hopefully you believe in the project and my dream and that kind of thing. And you want to support that. And I really appreciate that. Every single gift that comes in, I appreciate. So I want to, again, invite you but not obligate you to be a part of this. And if it's not for you, totally fine. I hope you still will be able to see the movie at some point in time and enjoy that. I'd love to have you be a part of it. You can email me again at moviesminus@gmail.com. And so I would love to get in contact with you, even if you just are curious about more of the storyline, this and that. I'd love to get in contact with you. Thank you so much for being willing to listen to me ramble on and on. I really appreciate that, and I hope that this gives you a better feel for what this project is in general. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.